This video is about how Cesar Chavez Day is a trick. It's a trick because we are being told lies about Cesar Chavez. We're not told the truth about him. Now first, let me tell you something about myself. I grew up in the Salinas Valley of California. My parents were farm workers, and I saw firsthand a lot of the brutal racism in our face by white landowners and farm owners. I saw firsthand how our people are worked to the bone like slaves out there in the fields, picking lettuce, picking strawberries. Once in a while, I would do it to make money, and I hated it. I especially hated strawberries. I saw how our people were having to bend over and break their backs, literally, to serve the white man who had stolen our lands. Cesar Chavez is being promoted as some kind of a hero for our people who was trying to free our people. He was not. Let me tell you firsthand, Cesar Chavez was just a labor leader. He just wanted his labor union to have rights for his labor workers. And it wasn't even just Mexicans. He had Filipinos, anybody who was a farm worker in the California Central Valley. He wanted to have control over the workers. Now, that's fine as far as labor leaders and having more fairness and working conditions. However, Cesar Chavez never promoted our people as indigenous. He never talked about our history. He had no vision for our future, and he certainly never challenged white supremacy by saying, hey, this is our land. Who are you, the white people of Europe, to be here on our lands, to be stealing our lands, to be treating us as the slaves, to be keeping us ignorant and poor? He never talked that way. If anything, Cesar Chavez was pro-American, pro-assimilation, pro-Spanish conquistador, because he used the term Hispanic. But when you look at Cesar Chavez, can you get more full-blood indigenous looking? But he denied that in himself. He denied the indigenous heritage of our people. He didn't even promote our history. He didn't talk about our cities. He didn't talk about our writing and all the genius we had before Europeans invaded, the cities that Europeans destroyed and how they burned our books. He didn't care about that. He just wanted to have a labor union, and he wanted to serve the white man and the white man system. He just wanted our people to work for the white man, but he wanted our people to be happier, more comfortable slaves of the white man. So let's not give him credit for being something he was not. He was pro-colonial, pro-European, pro-American. And that, my friends, is why the American military has named a naval destroyer military ship after Cesar Chavez. Yes, they created the USS Cesar Chavez so they can go around the world, invading the world under Cesar Chavez's name. Now that actually fits very well with Cesar Chavez because he was pro-American, pro-assimilation. He did not want to retake our land. He never said, hey, this is stolen land. Our people have been robbed. Our people are being enslaved. We need to be free of the Europeans. We need to have our land back. He was not that way at all. He wanted to fit into the white man system. So let's be truthful about what Cesar Chavez was not. Now, what else did he do that we are not told? Cesar Chavez worked with the government, then called the INS, or Immigration Naturalization Service, and he worked with them to deport our people who didn't have papers. He worked to set up things called wet lines near the border with Mexico. Now, this is a European border, by the way, not our people's borders. He worked to trap and deport what he called wetbacks. Yes, Cesar Chavez called our people wetbacks. Cesar Chavez called our people illegals. He believed that our people were here illegally on this land. He believed white people were the rightful owners of this land. So let's not talk about Cesar Chavez as a hero. He was pro-white. He was pro-American. He was pro-Spanish. He was pro-assimilation. Let's stop bullshitting ourselves about that he was some kind of guy that had a cultural vision. He didn't give a shit about our history. He didn't give a shit about our land rights. He didn't give a shit about indigenous rights. He didn't give a shit about our future being free of white people. He wanted to work for the white man. And that's the truth about Cesar Chavez and Cesar Chavez Day. And that's why white people in Washington, D.C. selected Cesar Chavez to have a holiday. That's why they don't select any other Mexicans who are, quote, radical. They only select the meek Mexicans, the ones who are going to serve the white system. And that's why, friends, you need to not worship this man anymore and know the truth and research it. Research Cesar Chavez for yourself and look up the terms wet lines in Google and look up how Cesar Chavez called the INS to have our people deported and how he worked with the white man to have our people kept in the border system that controls our people, keeps us poor, keeps the land divided, keeps our people divided. Cesar Chavez worked with the American system. He wanted to be American. He wanted to work with the white man. He wanted to be happy with the white man. And that's why he is not any kind of liberation leader. That's why the white people love him. And that's why I remember hearing the Minutemen Project racists who wanted to get our people deported. They would say that Cesar Chavez agreed with them. And you know what? They were right. Cesar Chavez did have our people deported. So tell the truth, people. Tell the truth, and let's stop bullshitting ourselves with the Cesar Chavez Day trick. He was not there to free our people. He did not have any solutions. He did not have any vision for the future. And that's why we're fucked as a people, because we don't have any organizations anywhere that have a vision for our future with specific ideas about how we're going to get out of this slavery from under white people, that tell the truth about the past, our past genius of cities and civilizations and mathematics and sciences, and how that was stolen and destroyed from us by Europeans who invaded, starting with Columbus, and how Europeans for the last 500 years have been genocidally murdering our people, stealing our land, enslaving us, and oppressing us with racist laws and a white supremacist version of history, and how we need now institutions and an organized focus that needs to have positive solutions about how we're going to move forward and change the education curriculum. We're not going to win through military war. We need to be intelligent and smart, and we don't have any organization anywhere that wants to have a systematic focus of our past and a systematic focus about what specifically we're going to do to get out of this mess. So people, I just want to let you know, Cesar Chavez is not the hero that he's being promoted by. He's being promoted by white people in the establishment. We need to be honest about that. We need to learn our true history of genius. We need to know about the colonialism that we live under right now that started in 1492. And we need to start thinking about specific things to change the way we think about ourselves through the education curriculum and how we're going to move out of this colonial situation to become a free people like we were before Europeans. Thank you.